Welcome back, YouTube, to another video featuring another amazing book in the Legends lineup. This one takes place during the Star Wars The Old Republic timeline, but takes place in a different part of the universe. Get ready for zombies! That's right, just in time for Hallow's Eve, we're reviewing a Star Wars horror book, and it's freaking sweet. Make sure to subscribe with notifications on and like for more content, guys. Alright, this is Star Wars Red Harvest. Written by Joe Scriber and released in 2010. This book takes place 3,645 years before the Battle of Yavin, 5 years after the events of Star Wars The Old Republic Deceived, the last book we just reviewed on this channel. The events of this book don't tie into the Old Republic series, from what I know, but as always, feel free to contradict me in the comments. Joe Scriber paints a dark and morbid picture in this horror novel, which serves as a prequel to the very popular Death Troopers, which is also written by Joe a year before. Red Harvest aims to dig into the origins of the virus that is described in Death Troopers. Our story starts at a Sith Academy located on the planet Odacer Faustin. Am I saying that right? Odacer Faustin. You know what I'm talking about. The people watching these reviews and not familiar with stories that take place this far into the past of Star Wars may not realize this, but during this time, the Sith and the Jedi coexisted in different parts of the universe. They knew of each other's existence, and while they would clash diplomatically and in battle, they generally would attempt to operate within their own confines. Rule 2? Not yet. The Sith operating in secrecy? Nope. In fact, the Sith would recruit very much like the Jedi. As you'd imagine, a Sith Academy's atmosphere was polar opposite from a Jedi Temple atmosphere. Students within the Sith Academy would always be sizing each other up, trying to outdo one another in combat, and vying for the attention of their masters. This is exactly how we start Red Harvest. You'll meet many of the students, but one everyone is in awe of is Rance Lusk. He is by far the best student at the Academy and is even rumored to have secretly trained with Lord Scabrous, who's a Sith Lord and head of the Sith Academy on Odacer Faustin. Yeah, we got it. You'll be introduced to Rance and get an idea of just how talented of an apprentice he is, but his role grows much later in the story. Meanwhile, Lord Scabrous has taken one of the students hostage for his own experimental purposes. While hooked up to a machine that has tubes running all over the back of his body, Wim Nictor, that's the guy's name, yeah, Wim Nictor, okay, can't help but wonder and fear for what Lord Scabrous has in store for him. Off to the planet Marva, a whiphead, some kind of big dude that is employed as a bounty hunter, I don't know what it really is, named Tulk is hired by Lord Scabrous to steal a plant called the Murakami Orchid from the Jedi Agricultural Corps. The Jedi study agriculture? I guess that checks out. Little did Tulk know, once he actually found the Black Orchid, a Jedi named Hestizo Trace made him aware that the coveted plant cannot live without Hestizo, who's also nicknamed Zoe, by the way. Can't live without her actually nearby the plant. It actually feeds off of her connection to the Force. This causes Tulk to calibrate his plan to include kidnapping Zoe back to Lord Scabrous. Tulk and Zoe travel back to Odacer Faustin, I'm getting better at this, Odacer Faustin, with the Black Orchid and make their way to the top of Lord Scabrous' tower at the Academy. Lord Scabrous would show his appreciation to Tulk by acknowledging that he was smart enough to bring the Jedi with him, confirming he found the true Murakami Orchid, since Lord Scabrous also knew it wouldn't live without the Jedi nearby. Scabrous, with Nictor still locked up and hooked to his machine, then takes the orchid and adds it to the concoction that's being fed into the back of Nictor. Oh, that's, oof. That hurts. This is where the madness starts. Nictor will pass out and actually die during this time after suffering a major episode once the orchid is added to the concoction, in which he basically seizures and smacks his face into the cage he was imprisoned in several times. That's ugly. What then comes back to life is more than even Scabrous could have envisioned, as the Sith apprentice formerly known as Nictor escapes in an ugly fashion from Scabrous' tower and is unleashed on the rest of the Academy. Oh yeah. If you want to know more about the carnage that takes place with this disastrous Sith experiment, check the description below for a link to purchase the book. At 250 pages, it's a quick but very fulfilling read so that you won't be disappointed. Keep in mind that every purchase made through those links helps support this channel and keeps me coming back to give you the goods on many more Star Wars novels. Joe Scriber wasn't initially on the top of my favorite authors, but I have to say that after reading a few books of his, he does keep you very interested in the story. The best way I could describe it is he twists your emotions with very dramatically developing relationships between the characters in the story. You're drawn into the characters almost in the way that you'd be drawn into a soap opera, but in a much more interesting way. You're brought deep into how characters feel about each other, along with their suspicions and insights into people's actions. The dramatic style feeds beautifully into a well-written and satisfying horror novel. Guys, just get the book. You may be reading it a few times. It's that freaking good, dude. Come at me next time, bro, if you want to check out a story that takes us back into the Old Republic series. Yeah, the one in the video game, where a clash between the Jedi, the Sith, a spy for the Sith Empire, and a Mandalorian take place. Whoa! All social links are in the description below, so you know where else to find me. See you in Twitch chat. Until next time.